Okay. Subdued lighting, which is part of the concept here. And again, this is an experimental show. This is a late night chat, dark and deep, with Rich Vernadeau. So I'm just going to begin to experiment with this and see where it goes. Some of my past influences, of course, are Paul Harvey and Coast to Coast with Art Bell and then George Norrie. But I want to present a little bit of an alternative here for you too, so that we have a live chat, your ability to chat here in the room. And this is the first episode. And so a shout out to whoever happens to come along and see this or listen to it. There's lots of different topics, obviously, to be discussed. There's that war in the Ukraine, which will be a constant recurring topic for a long time. There is, of course, these terrible shootings that happened over the weekend. You know, the one at the church out in California, and of course the really, really bad one up in Buffalo, New York at the grocery store. And of course the concerns about all the mass shootings that have happened nationwide, and the political division. And of course right now we're still dealing with rampant inflation, and we're still dealing with the variations of COVID. So things are not completely not settled down by a long shot. But about 2 years ago, I did a show every night during the early days of the pandemic, and it was like this in many ways. And those episodes are still here on the Richard Vernadeau channel. I look forward to people coming in and chatting and posting comments. Again, this is the first episode, but I plan on doing more. And I plan on covering lots of different topics and lots of different areas. You can see right on my channel here on YouTube the diversity of subject matter that I cover. Everything from bear attacks to retro TV commercials to driving around Paris, Texas, which is a video series that I've done that has to do with the city that I live in Northeast Texas, and showing different parts of that city. So I want to, of course, I'm obviously giving a shout out for my Richard Vernadeau channel, and please subscribe and please like this video and many others as well. And if you see a video that you like, please share it. Again, this is going to be an open topic talk show, so that anybody who comes into chat here and posts a question or a statement, I'll read it on the air and respond to it, and it'll become part of the discussion. Any of you who have ever listened to Coast know a little something about this. Any of you who have listened to my previous show that I did for 4 years, about maybe 5, over on TalkShoe, it was called Daily Talk, and I took the audio from all of those call-in talk shows, and I made YouTube videos from them, and they are featured here on my channel too. So all you got to do is type in Daily Talk Richard Vernadeau, and you'll see a lot of my past shows dealing with everything from the JFK assassination to the Tupac assassination to the school shooting in Florida to the woman, the shooter at YouTube, various events, national events, international events. I've had lots of interesting guests on Daily Talk. All of those shows are fantastic, and so I want to encourage you to watch them. There was a really good one with a man named Mark Lanehart, the Intuitive Prospector. I had many good shows with Wendy Rose Williams. I had a very number of good shows with Becky Butchko up in Pennsylvania, who is a fantastic guest. And those were really good shows too. I want to encourage you to watch those. And one of my favorite guests of all was Frederick Zappone, who did a show on how to end violence in America. And Frederick Zappone has written a number of ebooks that are available. on Amazon. And Frederick Sapone did a book about money too, economics, and he's a fantastic gentleman. So I want to recommend that you go back and see my YouTube videos of my daily talk, call-in talk radio show. And this is the coming incarnation. As I say, this is the first episode tonight. So I made no announcement, no advertisement about this. But if there is anybody out there watching or listening, please comment here in the chat. The chat is open. The chat is live. And I will read whatever you're saying, be it a question or a comment, and react to it here on the channel. As I begin to do this more often, and it may become a daily thing. I'm not going to guarantee that yet. As I said, this first episode is experimental. This is Late Night Chat, Dark and Deep with Rich Vernadeau. But it will at least be a couple of nights a week, and I may even do it some on the weekends. I may start earlier in the future. I'm in Central Standard Time, so it's about 1:47 as I'm speaking to you now. If you're out there on the West Coast, it's only 11:48. But if you're on the East Coast, it's already 2:48. Anyway, you may be aware that that other late night chat show on the radio called Coast to Coast starts at midnight and goes until 4 in the morning. I have no aspirations of trying to be on the air for 2 or 3 or 4 hours, but I do have an aspiration of being on the air for 30 minutes to an hour, more than one night per week. So as I say, we're just going to experimentally see where this goes, see what kind of response I get to it. And again, I read a lot. I study a lot. I've been in the book business for 40 years now. I have a small independent bookstore. I've had my YouTube channel for 6 years, and I had that call-in talk radio show for 5 or 6 years. So I'm well read. I keep up to date with what's going on in the world. I have my own ideas and philosophies and viewpoints, which I'll bring to bear in this. And I will mess with the lighting some. Like I said, I wanted this to sort of reflect the title, Late Night Chat, Dark and Deep. But I'll work with different lighting from time to time. I'll experiment with the lighting level. May be able to do a little bit of that here in just a second. Just to see if I throw a little bit of ambient light into this, what it changes. And then there's other ways to do that as well. And again, I think you'll notice a real increase in light in just a moment. And as I say, I will experiment with different lighting as I do this. So it won't always be as dark and as deep as it appears tonight. But anyway, this is just to give you a taste of this coming attraction. I'll call it the coming attraction since tonight was the first episode. If you do like this show and you do start watching and listening to it on a regular basis, I want you to invite your friends. They might enjoy it as well. And hopefully we can build a nice subscriber base here, a nice fan base, and people can begin to comment and question. And I look forward very much to this. So this is Rich Vernadeau. So far, I'm about 10 minutes in. And again, this was the first episode of Late Night Chat, Dark and Deep, with your host, Richard Vernadeau. So I'm going to go ahead and close this episode out. But I want to encourage you to come back. There will be more episodes in the future. So peace out.